All right. Hi guys, I'm Alicia. I am a independent consultant with Norwex, and I'm going to be showing you the Norwex Safe Haven 5. So we will start with the first one. So all of the items in the Safe Haven 5, which are pictured here, is considered their top 5 products, and then I might also be mentioning the mop. If not, we'll do that in a different video. So the first one is the EnviroCloth, and this is sort of like their everything cloth, everything cloth, E for everything. And what this is you can get this wet, and using only water and this cloth, you can clean 90% of your house with just one cloth and water. No chemicals, no paper towels, no going to get bleach, no going to get your Clorox, running back to get everything else. And so it saves you time, saves you money. You're not using paper towels, you're not buying all the other chemicals, and it's super cool because one cloth and water, and it cleans better than the chemicals anyway. So with this, how you would use it is, if you were to start out like this, you would fold it, and then you just fold it, and then you have 8 clean sides, and then you can flip it the other way, and then inside out as well to get 8 full clean sides. This is microfiber, and it also has the Norwex backlock technology. So then, with the backlock technology, what that does is it actually prevents it from stinking, because the backlock is a part of the silver micro in it, which means that it does not hoard the bacteria or hold on to it in there. It actually self-purifies when it is used properly, and so it would be wet, rinsed out, and then hung to dry. You can use little hoops to hang to dry like that. So that is how you would use that. And then the difference between the microfibers and like a regular microfiber cloth that you would find in like any store like Walmart or anywhere like that, is that the microfiber only has to be 1/8 of a human hair to be considered microfiber. So if you think like as thin as a piece of hair is, like, can you see this? Okay, and then split that 8 times. So that's small, but for Norwex's microfiber, it's actually 1/200 of a human hair. So it's super duper small, meaning that when you go across like a surface like this, it picks up all the little pieces that we don't see, and it just picks it right up, and then you wipe it right out when you rinse it out, hang it to dry, self-purifies, it doesn't stink at all. And this was what was used in the video, if you saw that before, about the bacteria. Okay. So the EnviroCloth's best friend, is the window cloth. Okay, so the second part of the Norwex Safe Haven 5 is the window cloth. The window cloth is the best friend to the EnviroCloth, number 1. So the EnviroCloth kind of does like all the hard work. You wet it with water, wring it out, fold it, and then wipe whatever you're cleaning. And then the window cloth would be your polisher. So it's the best friend to make sure that you get a streak-free, polished shine every single time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna demonstrate this. So let's lay this here, and then lay that there. So I have a mirror, and I have a stick of butter. So I'm just going to smear some butter onto my mirror. Do this facing me. Okay. So you should be able to see that there is butter on the mirror. Yes. So there's butter on the mirror, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my EnviroCloth folded, and I'm going to wipe it off in the same direction. Just like that. So that was my third, that's my fourth. And then I have my window cloth. And there you have it. No butter, no nothing, beautiful, streak free. Okay, so now I have a special guest, but the third one that I'm going to talk about is the dusting mitts. So the dusting mitts and the, are number 3 that I'm talking about in the Norwex Safe Haven 5, the top 5 products. So with this dusting mitt, you just put it on, and then how it works is it is done by friction and static. So when you rub it together, the more that it is rubbed together and has more friction and more static, the more that it's going to pick up. So the neat thing about this is that you can also wet it on one side if you want to. So like if you're dusting like a glass table and then there's, you know, like a fingerprint, you can just go over it and polish it right off too. So that's the cool thing about this. The other really cool thing is that thing that I hate about dusting is the fact that when you dust something, you end up like dusting the next thing and the next thing, because like you just move it over. So it never ends. So the cool thing about this is that it actually picks it up and it holds on to it, because it also has the microfiber in it as well. And then there's also a rubber brush that it doesn't come with the dusting mitts, but you can buy it separate, or you get it whenever you get the Norwex mop system, which you absolutely need. So then what you would do is you would just brush off the dusting mitt into the trash can, and then you don't have to throw it away like you would a regular duster. You don't have to wash it, because you can wash these. You just don't have to wash them after every use. After every couple use, you know, when they become more dirty than you would. But you can use the rubber brush and just wipe it off into the trash can, and that's how you would do that. Okay, so then the next one that I'm going to talk about is the cleaning paste. Let's see if we can't zoom in a little bit on that. So the cleaning paste is elbow grease in a jar, magic in a jar is what I call it, because it's basically magic. I used to think that like bleach was pretty amazing, but it's not, because it's not good for you at all, obviously. I know. So this works like magic. You can use it on grease stains, rust, anything like that. So then you would use it for anything like that. And beyond that, it can take paint off of walls. It can actually take Sharpies off of walls, and everything. Just anything that you can think of, you can use the cleaning paste. So then you can either use a wet EnviroCloth and just take a little bit of it and rub it, or we also have a sponge, like a Spyro sponge that you can use. So that's nice. And that is the cleaning paste. And this little jar, this is 2.5 ounces. And it will go a very long way. I've heard that this one lasts for a year or more, just this little thing. It's not something that you'll use daily, but like your harder to get to kind of things you can use. You can use this on your glass stoves, and it will make a huge, huge difference. I saw one that looked like it should have been thrown away, but this recovered it and made it just like new. Okay, so then my last thing that I want to talk about is the detergent. So Norwex has their own detergent. Just kind of move that right there. Norwex has their own detergent, and with that, it is it's chemical free, has nothing like that in it. It's really great, so it's good for sensitive skin, and it's good in general because it doesn't have any of the gross stuff. So I'm gonna move this over. So this is actually the Tide that we used before. I just poured some Tide in here and then poured some warm water. And then this is just the 1 tablespoon of Norwex. And it's clear because there's none of the chemicals that's in this one. So you can see the difference. And then all of this stuff, when you wash it, like when you use detergent, it goes on your body. So like all of this gross chemicals is all over your body and it's no good. So clean and clear, or whatever this blue junk is. But I definitely am very happy that I now use the clean and clear one. So there is that. And then just to kind of go back over, so we have the dusting mitts, magic in a jar, our polisher, and your everything. So there you have it, the top 5 products